Yeah. We are starting in the next 2 minutes. She's a very special girl. So head down to her toenails. So we can be with a girlfriend in a limousine. Please have it proud to her, she said. You're 714, I'll be waiting. When I get there, she's got incense, wine, and candles. We are going to be starting in the next 1 minute. In next 1 minute. The kind of girl you read about. That girl is pretty wild now. I really like to taste her. All right. She's all right. She's about to ride with me. Yes. Yes. She's super freak. She's super freaky. Yeah. Makes him sing. She's a very kinky girl that you won't take home to my bar. She will never let your spirits down once you get her off the street. Oh, Daddy. We are going to be starting in the next 30 seconds. Next 30 seconds. In the next 30 seconds, we'll be starting. All right, all right. Can everyone hear me clearly now? If you can hear me clearly, drop some ones in the chat box. Drop some ones in the chat box if you can hear me clearly. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So let's get started. Let's get started. So how was this week? How do you feel? How do everybody feel right now? How do everybody feel? How do everybody feel? Fantastic, Abby. And amazing, Abby. All right, all right. So how was the results this week of trading? I know some persons here, this is like their first time actually experiencing Forex. Like this is actually their first time. A lot of persons here did not know anything about Forex before they joined the free signal group, and this is their first experience. All right, okay, great. That's awesome. That's awesome. Just drop how much you made this week on the chat box. Ah, that's awesome. Oh, Jesus, this is massive. That's massive. That's massive. Drop how much you made. 50,000 naira. Wow, that's awesome. That is 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 very, very much awesome. I mean, I also made so much money too. I also made so much money. I made over 1 million naira actually, just from staying in my home and pressing my laptop. And let me see how much everybody made. Let me see how much everybody made. Oh wow, 47 messages in the chat box.
$70. Hope it was live account you used though. I told you guys, phone though. Hope it was live account all of you used though. Hope it was live account you used. $70 is over 100,000 naira. Hope you use live account though. Emmanuel made 9,500 naira. OWX 1239032 made $79, not even $70. That is 79 times 1540. That's about 121,000 naira. Personality made 50,000 naira. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. I really love this. I really love this. I really love this. So if you check the group right now, this decision is very brief, all right? I'll not want it to be very long. This weekend, everybody obviously had a stressful week. I mean, I also had not stressful actually. I won't call it stressful because it's just me staying at home and pressing my laptop. You understand, and teaching. So it's mine was not stressful, but others actually had a lot of persons actually had very stressful. So I don't want to make it long. So in like 15 minutes time, we're going to be done with this training. We're going to be done. Okay, we're going to be done. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right now, and I'll start with going to the free signal group. Okay, so what we are going to do now, we'll do a particular mass. I believe everybody here on this call understand how this trading stuff work now, right? Okay, so there are two different branches of Forex. I want to actually start with that. Okay, we have MT5, which everybody actually used to. And then we have HFX, which is high frequency Forex. Okay. Now, both branches of Forex are very, very legit. Just that the style of trading is slightly different based on the particular one you're trading. So there are persons who prefer trading MT5, and there are persons who prefer trading HFX. So when I started trading, first of all, I started with MT5, but then I lost $1,000 due to my own error, because I was trying to do things on my own. I didn't listen to anybody. People that brought me to their car, I didn't listen to them. So I lost $1,000, and it was very painful and all. So after that period, after paying back the $1,000 because I borrowed it from a friend, I now had to start again all over again, right? Then I stumbled upon HFX, and that was where I started my main. That's where I saw my first what do you call it? Success from. Okay. And then from trading HFX when I was 22 years old, which was about, I think that was like 2021 or thereabout, I grew my live trading account from $250 to $10,000 in 6 months. Okay. If I do the math, let's try to do the math right now in Naira using today's exchange rate, right? So that's like from 385,000 Naira to about 15 million Naira in 6 months. Now, at the end of this, towards the end of this call, I'm going to show you how I did that with what they call the compounding plan. You understand? I'm going to show you how I did that with what they call the compounding plan. So you're going to say it's not actually by magic. I was just 22 years old then. You understand? Then after having that success from trading HFX, I was now much more confident with what I was doing. Then I now moved into Forex and added it to what I was still doing. That's how I started having both results from MT5 and HFX. And then I created an academy to help people get the same results and all of that. So I've been doing this for 5 years now. My first 1.5 year was not the best, but then after that, I actually found success and things just became sweeter from there. I'm trying to look for the flyer they made for me when I grew my account to 15K or so, thereabouts. By the way, this is my social media account. You can actually follow me on Instagram. Okay, so I post very educational Forex content. Yeah, I think it has been archived. Okay, I think it has been archived. So let me try to check the archive. So I'll just show you archive there. If you look at it here. So when you see five figures means anything above $10,000. So anything above $10,000 is 5 figures. So this was 2021. You can see me here. I was still looking very, very small. I should probably even restore this thing, because what's the point of archiving it? Okay, and you can see it grew from $250 to over 15K. You understand? I did that one within like 8 9 months, but within 6 months I grew to $10K, and it's just from this particular skill set. So when I started, I was just a normal person. Okay, I was a student here in like year 3 or thereabout, and I really wanted to learn something that would make me financially free. And after that, I've been trying to help people, trying to put people on this path because I know fully well that it's very, very challenging out there. All right, things are not actually getting easier in the country, and a lot of persons are really, really like trying their possible best. But if I can actually introduce them to this particular skill set, and then they can have access to all I know, I give them everything. They can actually also make money from this thing. You understand? They can also make money from this. So that's the whole point of me teaching. That's the whole point of me creating free signal group chat. That's the whole point of me dropping trades. I can just stay and just be trading on my own. It's even much less stressful but what's the point when it can also help people and put smiles in the faces of people? So let's go to the free signal group. Okay. Now you made that, and let's say you made like 10,000 naira. That was because of your capital here, because of how much you were able to risk. And the reason why you were able to raise that amount was because that's what you had. Okay, let's assume everybody on this call had $1,000, which is 1.6 million naira. And we all want to invest the money. Then, everybody just joined this academy and they say, oh, I want to trade with the signals that are being called out by Michael. And then look at the results we had this week. We had 6 wins and 1 loss. Please drop your result on the chat box. Let me see those who actually had something similar to what we had. Drop your result. What do you actually have this week? What was your result this week? How many wins do you have? How many losses do you have from the trades we called out? Hello, is everybody on the call? 3-1, that's awesome. Okay, you didn't take the market execution trade. This is only Derek that had 3-1. Okay, he took an additional trade. 3-1, that's awesome. 4-1, that's awesome. You see it. You see how simple it is to just copy and paste. It's not difficult at all. But the thing is that a lot of persons, they just see this thing and they get skeptical. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. You understand? But these things are very, very sweet if you join the right person and leverage on the signals of the person. You know what? No 5 years of trading is not be being so. You know what someone have actually gone through. So let's assume you had $1,000, right? And these trades that were called out, you risked $50, yeah, per trade, okay? You risk $50 per trade. Now, when it comes to HFX trading, your payout is not 100%, right? It's like, let's say 80, let's use an average of 80%. Okay. So if you had an average of 80% payout and you risked $50 on the trade, that means your average percentage payout would be $40 per trade. Okay. Now we had 4 wins. That means $40 times 4 will be $160. Okay. Will be $160. And we had 1 loss. So that 1 loss, if you subtract the $50 for that loss, that will be $110. If you have to convert this thing now to naira, 140, that's 170,000 naira. So from just staying at home, right, and copying these trades for just 1 week, right, you could have made 170,000 naira. So like, what's the point of work itself? And if you calculate how many trades we've taken so far this month, with this $1,000, you could have actually made up to like 600,000 naira, 700,000 naira from just pressing a few buttons. It's that easy. So let me go to the VIP community, which is the main academy, and we are going to do this thing together, all right? So all the trades, like I said, all the trades I called out on the VIP group, I dropped it there. You see on the VIP group, we had 4 wins and 1 loss, 80% accuracy. I also dropped trades on MT5 there, but I didn't drop the trade on the free signal group. And that is just 1 trade I dropped on MT5, and that trade hit TP2. So our TP2 is 1:4 to reward ratio for our TP2. That's why I say 4% profit if you risk 1%, and if you risk 2.5, 10% profit. You see, like everybody loved it. Everybody gave emojis. See, the amount of reactions on this is 5. Amount of reactions on this is about 5 or thereabout. You understand? Because everybody actually got. Let's see how many persons actually here. So I have just 38 members. So we are not plenty. It's a close community. All right. A very close and small community. So now if you look at this, you can see this is what we actually had, right? Now look at this. This is the accuracy for the entire month. That's the entire month of August. You can see that in total, all the trades we took was 20. And out of those 20 trades, we won 16 and lost just 4. We won 16 and lost just 4, giving us an accuracy of 80%. And on MT5, you can see that MT5, we had 5 of our trades hit TP2, which is 1:4 Forex to reward ratio. And 4 of our trades hit stop loss. So if you're doing 1:4 Forex to reward ratio and 5 trades hit TP, 5 times 4 is 20% if you risk 1%. And that's why you can see 20% profit, 4% loss, subtracted, that's 16% in total. And also, we not actually add spread here. You understand? Then if you now risk 2.5%, which is the recommended risk per trade, that will give you 80% profit. We don't actually put into account spread. So now let's go to the group. Let's go to the start of this month. So you can see, we'll do the math together for HFX. All right. I said we had 16 wins and 4 lessons at the end of the month. So let's go and calculate it together ourselves. So the thing about BT Academy now, if you check, you can see a lot of what they call it, a lot of emojis and a lot of screenshots. You see the way everybody are dropping green bubbles on the free signal group. That's also the same way everybody also dropping signals groups. Green bubbles on the normal academy. Do you understand? And they have been dropping this throughout the entire month because they have been making money from the start of the month to now. So let's go up and see. Let's start from the beginning of this month. Okay, see, they are very, very plenty, very, very, very plenty. Math is not paying himself, but let's just. So the thing about BT Academy is that we are very transparent. Okay, all right. Every single thing we do, we are very, very transparent. We don't hide. We don't do shady things. If we have 2 wins and 2 losses, we'll drop it there. We have 2 wins and 2 losses. If you have 6 wins and 0 losses, we'll drop it there that we had 6 wins and 0 losses. We are very, very transparent. We don't hide things from anybody. So, yeah, you can see. So look at the first week here. We'll go through all the trades here. At the end of the week, on Friday, we usually on Friday, Saturday, we usually drop the result for that particular trading week. So if you see the first week on school, okay, yeah, on Saturday, you can see it's this one was dropped on Sunday. You can see that we had 4 wins and 1 lesson. Okay, we had 4 wins and 1 lesson. We had 4 wins and 1 lesson. Okay, so what that basically means is that we won 4 of the trades we called out and we lost just 1 of the trades we called out, like we did this week. Okay, now let's go to the second week. So just make this phone on the end. So let's go to the second week. Let's go to the second week, please. Let's go to the second week. So on the second week, we had first week was 4 wins and 1 loss, right? See, as usual, we dropped all the trades and all of that thing. Then when we got to the second week, we had the first week was 4 wins and 1 loss. Second week was 2 wins and 3 losses. 2 wins and 3 losses. Just taking note of everything, you know. So that I don't hide it. I dropped it the way it was. 2 wins and 3 lessons. So 4-1 first week, 2-3 second week. Then let's go to the third week. Look at the MT5 trade too, is also there too. MT5 was 1 TP and 1 SL. Then we'll go to the third week. And these things are so plenty. A lot of green bubbles. Okay. Okay, let's see this. Okay, so third week now. See, third week now, we had 6 wins and 0 losses. 6 wins and 0 losses. 100% accuracy, no loss on HFX, no loss. Then the fourth week, which was this week, obviously, we had 4 wins and 1 loss. So if you do the math, 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 6 plus 4 is 16. Then 3 plus 1 plus 1 is 4, which makes for the total of 16 wins and 4 losses, giving us the accuracy of 60%. So let's assume we had $1,000 and we risked $40 per trade. 40 times 16 will be 640. All right. Then we now had the loss of we now had we now had we now had 4 losses. Okay, so 4 losses will be 4 times 15. 4 times 15. So 4 times 15 will be 200. So we want to do 640 minus 200. That's $440. Multiply it times 1540. See, 677,000 naira from just copying and pasting. Now let's assume we didn't have up to that amount. Let's say it was only $100 we had, and we decided to risk $10 per trade, right? $10 per trade on that $100 account. So for every win we had, that would be 80%. That would be $8. So 8 times 16, $128 minus 14, it's $8. Do this math times 1540, 135,000 naira, 500 from just copying trades. And then apart from all these things that's actually happening, look, we always have live sessions. So you look at this is actually recorded trainings from our past live sessions: currency pair analogy, S&R training, place of mastery, market dissection 1, 2, 3, 4. And we also have live sessions. So if you look at this, is a link to a live session. We have 2 live sessions a day, 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. You see it every day, every day. And the live sessions are, we're either going to be teaching the strategy you're using to trade, analyzing with the strategy, or calling out trades in front of you. Then apart from that too, we also have courses. Let me show you the courses. These courses are designed to carry you from the basics. Look at them. From the basics, what is Forex, down to the very, very advanced stage of how to trade on your own. If you look at it, look at the courses. If you click on any of this link, they will take you directly to the videos on YouTube. You can't see those videos on YouTube without this thing. For example, let's click on this. It'll take us to the training on YouTube. So you can see it. So in this academy, not only are we teaching you how to trade Forex. All right. So there's also another thing called what do you call it? Just like how we okay, not only are we teaching how to trade Forex, all right, or not only are we calling out signals for you to make money, we are also teaching how to trade Forex through training videos like this, all right, and live sessions every single day, 2 times a day. And then apart from that, look at the community, see how lively the community is. You also have access to a personal mentor that will be guiding you. So the whole point of everything, I want to look at things right now, yeah? Just look at yourself and just say like you're me. When I started 5 years ago, right? You stumbled upon an opportunity like this, and then you got started. And because you got started now, within the space of a couple of months, you now trade on your own and you're making millions from your home. Is that not a very, very nice and beautiful picture? And that is actually what I want for everybody here. That is what I want for everybody. For every single person. Now, that's not just all. Let me show you my result for last month. Let me see if I posted for last month. I posted for last month on my this thing. I didn't post it here. I don't usually post results for on my this, but let me see if I can see. It's going to be very down my gallery. Let me see if I can go down. Okay, let me see. The guy that created the flyer for me. You see the way I showed you oh, look at this for last month, all right? You see 21 wins and 6 losses for last month. 21 wins and 6 losses. See the way I showed you all the results from the first week, second, third, fourth, to the 4th week. That's also the same way we posted throughout the month of July. First, second, third, fourth, and at the end, 21 wins, 8 losses. The same thing too for the month of June. The same thing we're also going to do in the month of September. Okay, now let me show you how I grew my account from $250 to $15,000 in about 9 months. I like using $250 to $10,000 in 6 months because that one is sweeter. All right. So when it comes to trading here, there's this thing we do normally. If I have $100 in my account, right, and I'm risking 5% per trade, okay, 100, that would be $5 per trade, okay? If this my $100 grow to 100 go to $150 at the end of this particular month, next month now I will be with $150. And that same 5% is going to be $7.5 now, no more $5. So if I started with $100 this month and I make 100% profit, the account grows to 200 and I risk $5 per trade. Next month, when my account is at $200, I'm going to be risking $10 per trade. So if I still make that same 100%, my account to go to 400. Now let me take it again. Okay, let's say I have $100, right? And I'm risking like 10% per trade. Okay, 10% per trade. If I make 100% profit, my account to go to $200. Now next month I am with $200. All right. And now if I risk that same 10% per trade next month and I make same 100% profits, all right, my account now will go to what? $400. Entering the third month, I'm now with $400. If I risk still 10% per trade and I make 100% profit now, my account to go to $800. Entering the fourth month now, I'm with $800. If I risk 10% per trade, it's going to be $80 per trade. If I make 100% profit again, my account to grow by $800, which would be $1,600. The fifth month again times two, $3,200. The sixth month again times two, 6,400. Seventh month times two, 12,800. So in 7 months, if you're risking 10% per trade and you are consistent with your accuracy for 7 months on that $100 account, you can grow it to 12,800. For the past 5 months, we have been very consistent with our trades. So just imagine what is possible. Imagine your $100 account. Imagine just putting that $100 there and deciding to fund it. And then I want to remain consistent for like 7 months with this guy. And the best part about this is that you're not just only taking these trades and making money. You are also learning how to make money on your own. You're learning how to do things yourself. How to mark up. If I open my trading view, you'll see it. It looks complicated right now for a lot of persons, but you're also learning how to do these things too. Is that not going to be very, very beautiful? Is that not beautiful? Is that not a very, very beautiful thing to think of? All right. So which one do you think is better right now? All right. Me giving the cash as giveaway, or me giving access to this opportunity for a ridiculous amount? Which one do you think is better? Which one do you think is better? Cash that will finish within like 2 weeks. Is it boot? Or access to something like this? Please drop in the chat box, let me know. Money would always finish. Understand that money would always finish. Money would always finish. All right. I'm going to start a challenge next month, a compounding challenge. I want to do, look at, we had a challenge here. We did for this one now. I'm not going to be using 5%. This challenge, look at this challenge we did. We did a 40-day marathon, 200 to 500. We didn't reach 500. We reached $400 in 2 months. I'm going to be starting a new 3-month challenge. And that new 3-month challenge now, I'm going to be using 10% per trade. So the aim now is to grow from 200 times 2 first month times 2 second month times 2 third month to 1,600 in 3 months by risking 10% per trade. High risk here, high reward. So if you're part of this challenge, even if you don't have 200, even if you have only $50, let's do it. 50 times 2 first month, second, third month. $50 to $400. If you do it to Naira, that's almost a million Naira. Do you understand? So let me go through the chat box and see what everybody said. Okay, Samuel said access, cash. access, access, cash, access, boots. Okay, so out of everything, I have like about 6, 7 person said access, 2 person said cash, 1 person said boots. So access actually wins for today. So what I'm going to do now is that, see, I'm a very, very um um um, um let me not edify myself, but I really want to see everybody succeed. To be very honest, see, the group is even dead. Safe. I want to go and revive the group from the dead. I've been dropping signals like this for like 3 months on that group. People have not been taking it. I went to go and revive the group. I'm very busy right now. I'm working, see my books and everything. But I took out of my time to still come and still teach because I want people to get access to this thing. So what I'm going to do is that the academy normally costs $49, which in naira is 1530, is 75,000 naira. All right, but I'm going to give a 40% discount, okay, and reduce this to just 44,000 naira, okay, for the people on this call. So if you know you want to get started, you can get started for just 44,000 naira. All right, so reach out to the admin on or the particular group chat you are on, and tell the person you're interested in getting started. All right, and make your payment of 44,000 naira. Once you make your payment, message me as they add it to the group chat, and I'm going to take over from there. Okay, so just reach out to the admin on the group chat, tell them you want to get started for the 44,000 naira discount, and get started immediately. New classes start on Tuesday next week. So if you get started before Tuesday next week, we start with the challenge together and we grow together. Thank you very much for being a part of this. Thank you very much for making free money, and thank you very much for those that are going to join, because we are all going to make money together. Have a lovely, fantastic, and beautiful day. Reach out to the person